Death, a universal experience that touches every corner of the globe. Its impact extends far beyond personal loss. It shapes the news we consume, the stories we hear, the way we perceive the world, and society as a whole. We will delve into the multifaceted ways in which death is reported in the media and how it impacts legal systems. Let's examine the ethical considerations, moral dilemmas, and legal implications surrounding the portrayal of death. When it comes to news coverage, death often grabs our attention. The sensationalism surrounding death can create a captivating narrative that keeps audiences hooked. Tragic accidents, natural disasters, or high-profile deaths tend to dominate headlines, fueling our curiosity and driving up viewership. News organizations, aware of this human fascination, often prioritize these stories to maximize their reach and engagement. It serves to raise awareness, provide information, and foster public discourse. Death plays a significant role in shaping public perception and driving social change. When a death occurs due to injustice or negligence, it often sparks outrage and mobilizes communities to demand accountability. Think of the Black Lives Matter movement or the global outcry over the tragic deaths caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. These deaths serve as catalysts for societal introspection and calls for reform. The media bears a moral responsibility when reporting on death. It is crucial to balance the need to inform the public with sensitivity towards the victims and their families. Sensationalizing or exploiting death for ratings can undermine the integrity of journalism and have lasting consequences on those affected. Responsible reporting requires empathy, accuracy, and a commitment to presenting the full picture. But this picture sometimes gets distorted when death completely dominates the news cycle and begins overshadowing other essential stories that deserve attention. The constant focus on death can lead to a skewed perception of the world, amplifying fear and anxiety. As media consumers, we must strive for a balanced diet of news, ensuring that we stay informed about both triumphs and tragedies, providing a more comprehensive understanding of the world we live in. Ultimately, it is crucial to remember that behind each news story about death lies a human life. We must approach these stories with empathy, recognizing the impact they have on individuals and communities. By engaging with these stories responsibly, we can honor the lives lost and contribute to a more compassionate society. Death, an inescapable part of life, has profound impact on our legal framework. Let's examine how this occurrence influences the creation, interpretation, and enforcement of laws. When tragedy strikes and lives are lost, societies often respond by re-evaluating existing laws and enacting new ones. High-profile cases of violence, accidents, or public health crisis can spark legislative action aimed at preventing similar incidents in the future. These responses reflect our collective desire for justice, safety, and the protection of human life. It plays a significant role in influencing the severity of punishment for certain offenses. Capital punishment, or the death penalty, is a prime example. Debates surrounding its effectiveness, ethics, and constitutional validity are ongoing. The loss of life is at the core of these discussions, highlighting the weight death carries in our justice system. It raises complex questions regarding end-of-life decisions and medical ethics. Laws surrounding euthanasia, assisted suicide, and advanced directives vary across jurisdictions, reflecting diverse cultural, religious, and ethical beliefs. These laws aim to strike a balance between individual autonomy, compassion, and safeguarding vulnerable populations. The debate revolves around questions of autonomy, quality of life, religious beliefs, and the role of medical professionals. Legislators and policymakers must grapple with the complexities of these issues, considering the rights of individuals, the interests of society, and the potential for abuse. Death-related laws encompass the pursuit of justice for victims and their families. Criminal justice systems seek to provide closure, accountability, and fair trials for those affected by homicides, manslaughter, or other forms of fatal crimes. Legal frameworks for compensation, restitution, and support are designed to address the financial, emotional, and psychological impact on victims' families. That's where civil laws come into the picture, particularly in cases of wrongful death or personal injury. Legal systems provide avenues for seeking compensation and holding responsible parties accountable for the loss of life. These lawsuits aim to address the financial, emotional, and societal consequences resulting from a death. The deaths of individuals who have become symbols of injustice or inequality often spark movements for legal reform. From civil rights activists to victims of police brutality, their stories galvanize communities and lead to significant changes in the law. Death becomes a catalyst for legal examination, prompting us to strive for a more just society. As we conclude this exploration, we've recognized that the portrayal of death in news and the legal considerations surrounding it are complex and multifaceted. It is essential for journalists to uphold ethical standards, promote responsible reporting, and prioritize the well-being of those affected by death. In a world shaped by constant news updates, death remains a central theme. It affects not only the way we consume information, but also how we perceive our shared human experience. Likewise, lawmakers and legal systems must navigate the fine balance between justice, individual rights, and societal interests in their pursuit of addressing these matters. Death, a profound and inevitable part of our human experience, permeates the laws that govern us. It challenges us to consider the value we place on life, the principles we uphold, and the legacy we leave behind.